Welcome to Memorial Stadium and the sea of red in the heartland of Lincoln, Nebraska. An uncommon place and home to an uncommon program with a championship pedigree. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cornhuskers will kick it away first. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
First down here for the offense. They move the tight end all over. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
With jet sweep pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Snap it to the back. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And I love when defenses see pulling guards, because what you're supposed to do is run through immediately. If you're a linebacker, you see a pulling guard, I'm running through that gap. If you're a defensive lineman and that guard pulls in front of you, I run down the line of scrimmage and chase. Great job seeing that puller, making a play, getting a tackle for a loss.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And it'll be downed right there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Williams will pass. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
He's back to throw on second down. And they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Quick release by the QB. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
And the Canes will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Jet sweep to the receiver. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that is how you stop the jet sweep if you're on defense. You get penetration up front. Yeah, they're going to try to outflank you, but they can't do anything about it if you got dudes up front winning one-on-one.
Now the play fake. Looking to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Mark down at the 42. Brings up second down.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The give to the left. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Leaves it with the running back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get a chip on this dude? Because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him with one guy.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him in the rhythm.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Using the quick game. Tackle is made after the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Williams looking for a man. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Huskers headed quickly to the line. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Back to the ground game on the left. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is the 36. Off the play fake. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're setting up the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Nebraska! A great catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. The inside handoff. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Williams will pass. He finds his man. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Tempo and overdrive. They'll throw it on first down. He'll pull it down. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. From the 22 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He'll take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Moving away from pressure. Stands in and takes the hit. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
On second down, looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
To the ground with the back. At the 45 on his way. Nothing but green ahead. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Cornhuskers come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Husker! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Washington is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the boys of a young Warren Moon, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 10 to Washington State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here's the handoff. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Buying some time. Caught close to the marker. It's Robinson. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean,
into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this up.
Got a lot of running room. Tackled after picking up the first down. The Canes moving quickly to the line.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
The Hurricanes look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll give it to the back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Williams looking for a man. Coming after it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
The defense has the lead, and they're playing like it right now. And they are pinning their ears back in these passing situations. They're not worried at all about the run game. They're just getting up the field, and they're getting to this quarterback.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And after the extra point, it's a one-possession game, down 21-13. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch, called for and made. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Caught in the backfield. It's Robinson. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Quick release on the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him. And they've really featured this guy today.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Williams will pass. But a little time, lets it go. Got his man on the right. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hurricane. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They opt to go for two to try to tie it up right now. He'll set up to throw. Gets it out quickly. He's not going to get there as this defense stops the two-point conversion attempt, and they hang on to this slim lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Down for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Time to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On second down, just keeps firing. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Power football with the run. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With 21, Miami, 19.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Off the RPO, complete. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Williams looking for a man. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Got him past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
At the 9-yard line. Brings up second down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Snags it. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. On fourth down, flexing that muscle in the run game. They'll stop him short, just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. They'll go to the ground. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He wants to throw here on second down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The Huskers send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. On the return, it's Carr. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 11 over the Royals. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that one.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
2-minute drill situations, quarterbacks have to know exactly what's going on. I can't take sacks. I'm down. I'm fighting with the clock. I'm behind. I got to make things happen. I got to throw the football away if I get an opportunity.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 8. Oh, you know he wanted that pick 6, but the offense is in business.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. A first down run in the red zone. And they're able to make the tackle.
Brings up second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct. And you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to